What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of my HLTV Fantasy. Today we are looking at Pinnacle Fall Series 3 group stages. So, yeah, 16 teams, best of 8 make it through, or the best 8 teams make it through to the playoff stage. We've seen this many times before in previous Pinnacle events. Based on ranking, of course, right now, actually, Ecstatic, also known as ex-Lingby Vikings, worth a out for sure. Might go for them. Force, 24th in the world, 1 win, 28th in the world. Ships and the other skate guys. Actually, Ships nowadays not really even the total star player for them. Mouse next, definitely a contender in these events. Could go 3-0 even, I think. Double Pony can always do some damage. Although I don't think their results have been that great lately. Yeah, I should just pick the team and not the individual players. Event ended. Done decently, I guess, then. Then we have Blink. Decent team. Havu. Have good players. Haven't really shown anything great lately. Ignitas finds a lot of teams that we could go for here. K23, Masonic. Ooh, this is a very contentious one. I think a lot of teams could go 3-0 and a lot of teams could be left outside. Oh yeah, I wanted to update first of all on V4. Actually, one of my best events in terms of placing. Of course, they're right now playing the finals, but the finals shouldn't matter too much because everyone at the top ranks have these players. I just have a quick look. Yeah, Shiro's continuing doing real well. They're pretty evenly placed, everyone. Nickelback booster is, I guess, the only thing I should really look at. Like, I have a couple of boosters at bottom of scorecard on Inters, Shiro as saver, and then Nickelback with assists. So we hope that, though, if those all trigger, maybe there's some chance to get to the prize places. That's really the only thing that matters. If you look at this, the teams with Keto are so far better because Keto's just been better than Inters, and basically they were interchangeable for this lineup. And Keto's done better than Inters, but there's only like one good Keto lineup. You might win. And then there's a lot of players with my lineup. And then it comes down to boosters. I've got basically 2 boosters left. 2 boosters less that triggered than these 4, 8, 9 guys. But I don't know if they have boosters at the like for this round. If they don't, maybe I have a chance. I don't know. I'm not gonna go and check all of these. But look, if all of these boosters trigger, maybe there's a chance for me to get up there, because then I'll be at 89, 94, and that would be top 2 at least. I know, top 3 if no one above me has their boosters triggered. It's tough to say, but we'll see after the final. I'm not very optimistic, but it's at least a good try this time around. Yeah, let's get into the actual point of the video. And basically the lesson I learned from that, I guess, is that I should be going for more outside the box picks in some scenarios, like at least in terms of players, because if there's a lot of ties, I actually read it in the rules that in terms of ties, it's just random who wins, which is not nice. Of course, booster play is very important, and I don't think that many people look at boosters the way I look at boosters. I know there's a lot of people who are very smart with their boosters. Look at what kind of options you have with them. When should you play your boosters and on which players? And should you maybe skip around to put the booster on in a ladder one? It's easy to forget to do that. But let's see. Freiberg's very popular. I might not go for a Freiberg lineup. I know he's 155 grand, but I was kind of scouting the pricing of these players, and I think cheaper players around the 200 grand mark have pretty good ratings and are pretty good players. And I don't see how why I couldn't make a team of just around 200 grand players. That might be my strategy this time around. Try and pick around there. That would include like Bird from Sky from Ecstatic if I want to go for that. And then maybe I do want to go for Wolfie, but in terms of pricing, I don't know if he's that worth it. Do we know? Yeah, we know the first round matchups. Ecstatic play Unique. Fours have a pretty good tie. I think that's pretty good for fours. One win double pony is pretty contested. Mouse next pretty get a pretty good opponent, but Mouse next players are pretty expensive as well. Except for Siuhi and Zayn. Like Siuhi is a good player to pick sometimes. Of course, you can go for any of these players, and they all have the potential of like popping off. I think Mouse next is kind of a good team to pick for that. And I might go for Mouse next, honestly. I don't think I want to go Skade. They have been trending downwards, right? If I'm not wrong. Pretty constant, but a bit down. Like they were higher up, and I think I saw better signs of them before. But yeah, I don't think I want to go for Skade. One win is usually a pretty good pick in these. Problem is prices again. Yeah, it's always easy to go just like pick the cheap guy like Freiberg and then build your team around him, but I don't know. He picked a lot, like a pretty good amount at least. I think he has the potential to pop off, definitely. Maybe you should go for Siuhi as well. Should I go Ecstatic? I might just dodge Ecstatic because they're so popular. The Wolfie, Bird from Sky, and Fasher all. Maybe I go for like fours. I think that's not a bad idea. Like Kenzie, for example. I mean, Norby. Isn't he like pretty damn decent? Oh, actually, some bad events lately for him. Jerry's been decent. Dorte is good. Oper. Kenzie. Yeah. Still kind of weighing my options. But I think I do want to go for Mouse next. Let's just throw in Zayn and Siuhi for now. Link played Ignitas. Should I go for a Havu gamble here? I think Havu is probably not the pick. Let's look at the recent results. Very up and down, right? Yeah, losing to Straw. They haven't also played as much as you might want them to. They've only played 3 matches this month. I'm not too confident in Havu. Even though they went in last Pinnacle Fall Series, they actually got 34th, only losing to Entropic. So they were probably a group stage invite, only losing to Mouse next, and beating Sinners, and then losing to Entropic. Maybe you could go for Havu. Not sure. I mean, it is a gamble. I think Havu's not picked a lot. Sure. Maybe we do go for Havu this time around. Ariel or X7. Maybe Ariel. And CT rating on him. 101 grand left, like this. Go for like a ships. How are his... like, how have his stats been? This doesn't really matter because he played for... This was only 2 maps. He is... Yeah, he has been trending kind of downward. I don't know. Should I go for like a more expensive player on Mouse next? Like a Sertion or JDC maybe? Probably not Torzi. We go for JDC of 187 grand, no, 188 grand. Don't think that's a pick. Not the greatest options at this price point. There's like Cajun B from AGF. Look at the... Wow, he had really good regionals. Do we just hope AGF has a good event? I mean, that's a gamble lineup right there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I kind of like this one. Not gonna lie. Can't get like no. I can't get Zershan. If I go Zershan, who can I get? 185. So I could get Christo. Did he have a good last event? Also good, but not as good. Like by a pretty big margin as well. We should of course check like which teams they played basically. The regionals. AGF played Indie Nexus, and where are they? H-Reds. Yeah. They went 3-0 and got through. Those are not like super high caliber teams. This is definitely a harder like hero opposition. I mean, Slowy is honestly not a bad shout either. Like you could just go Zora Slowy. 201 grand left after this. Then you might actually go for... Well, probably not Torzi, right? I don't think we can... Well, we can afford Duplicate. Duplicate is not like absolutely bad. The worst. But then we have double ops. which is not bad, but it's not like that useful either. 198. Do we have good players around that price? There's like Lucky and Joko. Joko for headshots, maybe. Joko's been pretty good. What about Lucky? Also not bad. Maybe a bit more consistent if you want to put it that way. Maybe you go for Joko as our last guy with this team. Yeah. Let's try this out. Why not? We can go headshots on him. That's one of the reasons why I liked picking him here. Zora on op. Then Zershan is probably multi-kill. Actually, defender is better for him. Slowy multi is not bad on him. 25-49, 26-58 better on him. Yeah, defragger Slowy makes sense, and then IGL on Siuhi. Okay, and then boosters. Best pistol player is Dora. Throw that here. Top of scorecard more often is probably actually Joko or one of the ends guys instead of Zershan. I guess Torzi is top of scorecard so much. KST, Dora, or actually Zershan is pretty good KST here. Definitely can do that. Not Lowy higher edge percentage, but I think we go with Joko instead. Unless Joko is good at like other stuff as well. I think Slow is better in general, so we should go for this and hope Joko has a good headshot map. But I don't think one win are super good at headshots. Any of the players, I can't remember there being like a headshot god. Kobe is decent. Maybe we want to go for something else. Slow, yeah, flashes and Slowy eventually. 30 bomb Slowy actually. Or Siuhi. Zershan only that low. Surprising. A spade. Trade. Yeah, let's go for grenade on Slowy and then Yuhi. It's actually gonna be bottom scorecard eventually, but not here. I'll just go for this and look at which ones I should put on later. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. I'll make a Vardu League. You can find the link to that in the description down below. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.